what you think about that clip there. Okay, we've got another one here. This one here was funny to me, and I was quite excited when Leroy put it together. Um, for everyone that knows, we're Khabib team over here. Let's go.
On his Instagram, Javier Mendez posted a video of DC calling Habib out for not inviting him to a barbecue. Habib promptly pulled receipts.
Hey, you're in the wrong place.
Hey, Hop, don't do this to me.
Where are you at? Huh? Don't come and kiss me.
I'm home
Don't
now.
come and kiss
It's
me.
reality. Life is good now.
You can hug me.
Tell these guys, shut up and train. Hey, these guys. Huh? Hey, when you leave? Hey, you have a barbecue the other day and you don't call me? You have a barbecue call you. I call No, you did. You have a barbecue the other day, you don't call me. You give me barbecue and you don't call me? This is crazy stuff. What's up, bro? I call him. I call him. I call this guy. You know what he did? You don't give me. Be careful. You know what he do?
Yeah.
He don't answer my phone and he said me, hey, what is this? Hey, I call you. Call me back. What is this? Hey. What do you mean, hey? When did you send me this? This is, brother, Thursday, 12:47. What number you have for this one? This is your number. No, press the button. No, press info. Oh, this one in there. All right. This is your number. Brother, when you send me this? This is your number. What is this? Hey. When did you send me this? Okay, I'm gonna call you again. Look. Brother, hey, no. Give me. Yeah, I see. This is, you see? When did you send me? You're just supposed to post like, no, just like this. Just like this. Green line. This is crazy stuff. Are you on the same page?
Yep.
Phone, remember everything.
I can't stop catching the joke watching that. He even gave it a nice kick up the backside as DC was walking up there. You could see the familiarity with these two. Obviously, these two been training together for years, as people know. But to still see how cordial they are. And for everyone that said Khabib fled, even I reported the story. Yeah, it was there to be reported. He fled he's having barbecues. He's living good. You can see here running from nobody. You know what I mean? Everybody that's been slandering Khabib, you know, the guy is in a good place. He's doing what he's doing. He's still got his gym. You can see they're telling people shut up. He's telling people to shut up and train. You can see what's going on there. So you know that made me happy. You know what I mean? I don't know what y'all thinks. Yeah, let me come to you. I see that clip there. Khabib is nice and well, he's alive and well. I want people to know that. But what you say about, bro?
Look, my favorite thing about that clip was DC with that little plastic, like he's just come from the market, you know, like a happy old granddad on Sunday. He just looks so cute. But also Umar and Usman Nurmagomedov just running around in the back. It was a very interesting clip. And I think, like you're saying, it shows the familiarity between the two and the fact that they're still training together, still very close to the point where they can literally just pull out receipts of, no, look, dude, I called you. I called you. It's right here. And in terms of Khabib not running, no comment.
You got any comment on that, Sterling? Because I know you itching to get a Khabib, man. I know you itching to get a Khabib, man.
Brother, he definitely left too early. But I don't know if y'all ever seen the videos of them in the past when they both were fighting.
Yes.
Bro, it was always like this, bro. Them two dudes need a sitcom show.
Yes.
You film them together, bro, and put like when they go to like events or fights, have them two together, film it, post a 10-15 minute clip, bro, call it DC and Khabib, and just follow them dudes around, bro. Follow them dudes around in public when they go to eat, when let DC go to Russia. Something, bro. Them two dudes together are hilarious.
Yeah. No, they're comedy gold. Like them two together, or I mean, just like he was saying, like I mean, I go back and watch it now still, and yes. I mean, you can't help but smile. Have you seen that one where they're talking about tea? Like DC was supposed to make him some tea, and like they went through a whole thing about tea, and not. I mean, it's just. Dude, it's comedy gold, them two together. Like, they got to do this more often. And, I mean, Khabib just in general is funny, just not even trying to be funny. He's hilarious. Islam is funny too, but more in a special needs way. But like Habib is hilarious. So I mean, they got to get him on more stuff. And plus, the fact that he's got some legal issues that he's trying to avoid, he could probably use the money.
Would hurt.
Oh God. Anthony is on my neck today, man. Oh my days. I mean, Jesus. But look, you're right in the way that you know these guys they got to do this more, because I think the friendship that they got, the bond that they got, the brotherhood from their gym, all those years they spent training together and stuff like that. It's it's crazy. And big up everybody that's just joining right now. I see Paradox, the Cloud, big up yourself. And Anakin MMA, thank you very much for stopping by. Salute to
Yeah,
every
those are my
single one of
boys
you.
right
Make
there.
sure,
Docs and Anakin.
yeah,
Those are my
man.
boys.
Shout out.
Yeah, man. Salute to you guys, man. Make sure that you're showing love to all the other guys and their platforms. The other thing I want to talk about, right? We ain't got no clip for this, but this is something that I saw, and I thought to myself, is Sean buying it? Sean ain't buying it. We saw Merab. I don't know if you guys saw Merab acting a fool, drinking shots over there in Mexico, Tijuana. Like, what's going on? Antoine, did you see it? And he got up and started doing the dance, but then I think he's what's Sean's
Tim Welch.
Yeah, Tim Welch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were talking about it, and they don't buy it. They don't think Merab is really drinking. Almost like the whole Connor situation when we talked about it, but it turns out Connor was really drinking. But like Anthony and Sterling, I don't know what you guys do you think, because of the way Sean was actually talking, you thinking he can't be that stupid that he's drinking so close to the fight? Well, what do you guys think?
Nah,
Maybe?
I mean, even if he was drinking, like, it's not the best look, but it ain't that big a deal. I mean, Marab is a machine. I mean, he really is a machine. Like, y'all seen him when he dove in the pool at one end and swam down to the other end without taking a breath. Like, that dude's a machine. So I wouldn't be worried about his cardio or his physical fitness. I'm more worried about the stupid stuff when he was taking the stitches out of his face. That was dumb. But besides that, like, I mean, you got to prepare for the best Marab that there could possibly be. Ignore all that other stuff, and I'm sure Sean is doing that. He's not paying attention to that stuff.
Yeah, you defended Connor and said he went. There's no way he was drinking. You think there's no way Marab was really drinking them tequila bottles there? Like, bro, he was downing them shots. Unless it's water, I don't know. Like, it could be 7-Up.
I saw another video of him eating some Indian street food. And we all know what happens if you eat Indian street food and you're not from the Indian streets, if you will. So I don't know. I think it's a whole new form. Like I defended Connor, I am defending Marab. I think it's a whole new form of social media warfare because, as I said last time, Marab is a very astute social media user. He uses social media very effectively. So to put all these things out, maybe he's just messing. Like you said, now he's messing with O'Malley's head because now O'Malley's thinking, oh, was he drinking? Wasn't he drinking? No, I don't think he'd be that dumb. And then maybe he forgets about the stitches or whatever. But I think Marab is just being very crafty with how he's approaching the mental warfare. He's having fun with it, and that works for him. And we don't know if it's going to affect O'Malley or not, but there's a chance it might. So let's just put more stuff out there for O'Malley to think about. Which one is true? We don't know. Were those real stitches? We don't know. Was he really drinking? We don't know. Did he really have Delhi belly? We don't know. So I'm all for more of it. Let's go.
I mean, Sterling, have you ever seen anyone really mess with Sean O'Malley in the build-up to a fight as much as this? Merab started. People might forget this. Merab started by stealing his jacket and then give it back to him.
That was fire.
I like that.
Crazy.
I loved it.
That was hilarious.
Talk to me. What's your take on this whole thing and how Merab is really messing with Sean over here?
I think he's pulling the Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, even when he did that little drinking during the weigh-ins, he did the Patrick Ben David podcast after, and they were like, "Dude, what were you drinking the day of the fight when you were on the weigh-ins, when you were taking all these shots like day of the fight?" He said it was apple juice and the beer, and then we had water as shots. So I think it's the same type of thing, bro. I don't, because Marab doesn't even really drink like that. I did an interview with Ray Longo 2 months ago, and he said that dude doesn't even touch alcohol. So I think he's just messing around with Sean, bro. And like you said, he's probably been the best at it. Aljamain tried. He was not good. He was not good at it at all. It was kind of cringy. It was kind of forced. And then homeboy got did up. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think Marab's kind of in his head because Sugar made a video about it today. And if you watch the training camp that Sugar's putting out, him and Tim are watching the video together. So I don't know, bro. But Marab's a crafty little dude.
Yeah, it's got in his head, in his Anton. I can, and the crazy part of this is, if Marab gets it done, how does this whole build up look? Anton, like, talk to me, bro.
Man, if Marab gets it done, like, I mean, if he gets it done, we know how it's gonna look. We already, everybody in the chat, everybody on here can tell exactly how that fight went without even seeing it. So that would mean that all of this is just show, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think that, even if they were looking at it, I think that they were probably doing it for show too. So it's like, it's all a game, and they know how the game goes. They know how the game is played. So I don't think that they falling for it. They think that Marab's going to come in and be the same Marab that carried Henry Cejudo out of the burning house. It's the same dude. So like, I don't think that Sean and Tim are even worried about all that. I think that they're gonna come and try to knock him out.
Yeah, man. Big up to McDane, and I see Leroy in the chat, man. Salute to you. Crossover MMA, big up yourself. Thank you very much for pulling up. JC Ways. Thank you very much as well for stopping by. There's over 60 of you watching live right now. Make sure you're driving the likes up, people. And if you're the mods, keep reminding them, drive them likes up. The likes definitely helps the channel. We're trying to grow the channel over here, and as we congratulated Antoine over earlier on, they just hit 4,000 subs. They need more subs. Go and show support on that channel, making the walk. Make sure that you're going over there to show some love. So if you subscribe to the Fight Week show, please make sure you go over there and show them some love. And the Head Kick podcast as well. Make sure you go over there. And yeah, they got some wicked videos on their platform. Okay, we got a question here from Rick Allen. This one is a tough question, and I'm gonna throw it to Antoine first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to you first on this one, because this has kind of come up in my close circle conversations before, and it got kind of techie. It got techie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he's got kids, like black kids. I think he only has one. I could be wrong.
But,
you
got two.
You got two. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Both black. Yeah.
Right. For me, before answering, before actually I get your opinion, I'm just gonna give this quick thought. For me, any black kid that's not being abused by their parents and again looked after properly is a win, because at the end of the day, everybody in his parents, and he looks like he's got one of the best jobs most people would want. He'd have a comfortable life, and the fact that it's black kids, it could be any kids, it could be Asian kids. It wouldn't bother me as long as they are being looked after properly in the right way. That's what I think, right? But I don't know what you guys. I'm going to turn it over to you, Antoine. See what you're taking on this situation.
So me and Rick have actually had a conversation about this before. So my thing is kind of knowing the backstory. So Michael Chandler's wife used to go on missions over in impoverished areas that were dominated by black kids, and she had an affinity towards black kids. And before she even met Michael Chandler, she said that that was something that she wanted to do. And so when she met Michael Chandler, then and they got together, this was something that she told him. So he knew when they got married that this was a possibility. Now I don't know if his soldiers ain't marching. I don't know what the deal is on that side of it. But what I do know is this something that they agreed to do. And so they did it. Now, do I have an issue with it? Just like you said, like if it's helping two kids that were in need, whether they're black, white, Chinese, Asian, Indian, purple, it don't matter. If it's kids that's in need, you help them out. If it looks odd to people, so be it. The kids are the ones that benefit. So it's all good to me. I don't have an issue with it at all.
Yeah. These are situations that you would have seen over there in South Africa as well, where, maybe white parents adopting black kids and in other parts of the world. But I mean, do you have a problem with it? We've seen plenty of actors, not just Chandler, Charlize Theron. There's plenty of actors, Angelina Jolie, like they've all done this. And I think if they're giving these kids a comfortable life, I don't know what the problem is, but what's your take on it?
I think if you just put up the last comment there. So for me, it's not even a thought as to why are there two white parents and two black kids. It's not a thing. It's a family. Cool. They could be any complexion. I mean, if I tell you my family is so diverse that it's literally not even a thing at all. So for us to even be talking about it or even wondering why, for me, there's no question. They, for whatever path they took in life, that was the option, whether it be race that they're closer to, more understanding culture, whatever the case is what they chose. Cool. So for me, it's not even a thing not even worth discussing, but it's not something that really comes to mind. Even when I look at it or when people talk about it, I'm like, okay, and cool. It's two people looking after kids, which, as Antoine said, that's what we do in society. So the race of the kids shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Sterling, Rick's pushed back here, and he says, "You know what? I don't mind the black kid situation, but why not at least one white kid? Like, why is there gonna be two black kids? Like,
look, let me be honest.
Like I said, this is why this comment here is gonna start getting techie. You get me? That's what he's saying is a bit weird. But what do you think to the whole situation?
Let me be honest. I'm jealous. I wish Michael Chandler adopted me. All right. First of all, I'm jealous of those kids. Second of all, bro, I don't really think none of it matters. I think everybody just really cares, like what y'all are saying. So it doesn't really matter, bro. They're living the best life they can now. Imagine Michael Chandler as your dad and like what they get to grow up in. Bro, like I said, I'm jealous of those kids. They're about to have a great life. Two dope parents. I didn't know that about his wife though.
Yeah, me neither.
You told me that earlier, bro. Because I was wondering that too. I was always like, I wonder what started. Like you said, maybe the boys ain't men yet down there. But I just was always trying to figure that out, or like maybe something happened with his wife or something. I didn't know that's what it was, but that's dope, bro. And I know like 3 or 4 people that's done that. So plus my girl's black, so we be down with it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you got the money enough and got the means enough to give black kids a good life, bro, you know what I mean? I'm all for it, man. So as long as any kid is getting a good life, they're not being abused or anything like that, and they're being taken care of in the right way. I don't care who their parents are. Like, that's just me. But there we go. Okay, people. Salute to every single one of you that's live right now, man. Nearly 70 people. Please make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe button, and make sure that you're showing some love on the channel. Before we wrap it up, what's going on the African scene right now? What's happening on the African scene? Can you share that with people?
Before we do that, there's just one more thing. Just
Yeah,
going back
please,
to Khabib, very
please.
specifically Khabib in DC. I'm sure we've
Oh,
all
this
seen
guy
the clip.
again.
I'm sure we've all seen the clip where Khabib is very proudly expressing the fact that he bootlegs and he streams and he does not for anything buy a pay-per-view. Now, Dana
Same.
White has come out today saying we are going to prosecute those who are illegally streaming. Do you think he's going to go after Khabib?
No way.
And why not? Because that's what Dana White said. He didn't say Khabib, but we all know Khabib doesn't buy pay-per-views. He bootlegs. So, and it's recorded. It's there. There's evidence with
You're giving
witnesses.
you're giving Anthony more ammunition that he needs the money. Anthony, take it away, Anthony. Go on,
Yeah.
take it away, Anthony.
I tell you what, I think that anybody that fights in the UFC should be able to should be able to watch UFC for free for life. They shouldn't have to pay for no pay-per-views ever again. You go in there and bleed for the UFC and you know you're not getting paid what you're worth. You should at least be able to watch the shows for free going forward. You know what I'm saying?
They get kicked out after the fights. Like we've seen Johnny Walker numerous times being kicked out after the fights.
Peyton Todd would say the same thing happened to him. Like that's garbage, man. That's garbage. There should be a section where they can come out and watch the fights. Like unless they're not, they're too messed up from the fight, they should be able to come out and watch the fights at the least. You know what I'm saying? Like that's ridiculous. But nah, man. I mean, the UFC is definitely not gonna come after Khabib. Like he's done a lot for them. And they've done a lot for him, but Khabib is Khabib. You know what I'm saying? Obviously I have my thoughts and opinions on where he ranks in the GOAT conversation, but there's no denying.
Let's talk about that now. Actually, let's talk about that. Because this is the conversation I've wanted to have with you. So while we're on the subject of Khabib, I mean, we might as well talk about that.
Oh yeah, sure.
We saw your rankings on your channel, and people that haven't seen it, please go back on Making the Walk channel and go check it out. You and some of your boys, talked about some of these rankings, and you had him in the overrated sort of section. Like, what's your thought? Why you think he's overrated like that? Because from the fights that we've seen, I don't think he's that. I think he's legit. I think he's as legit as they come. To say he's overrated, they say it's not legit. That's how I took it, which is why I had an exception to you saying he's overrated.
Well, everything's relative. It's not saying that Khabib is trash or that he doesn't deserve to be highly regarded. He definitely does. However, when you compare him to the others that are on GOAT Mountain, the Demetrius Johnson, George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva's, people in that John Jones, obviously, that's my number one. That's my number one. But like when you compare him to those people who had long title reigns, when you fought under the brightest lights with the biggest circumstances the most times and came out with your hand raised, I can't put somebody who only had 4, which, mind you, Islam already got that. Islam got that. So I can't compare Khabib to them on what could have or what should have happened. He could have stayed. He could have stayed and defended. He could have went up, but he didn't. And I can't give him credit for what didn't happen. So whereas I think that he could have been there, he didn't. So at the least, I have him as the best lightweight of all time for now, until Islam fights again.
I'm with you, bro.
But
I'm with you.
But after that, your resume is it's closed. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it now.
I hear what you're saying, right? However, the 2 names that you put on the rankings got busted for banned substances. I would say, I'm not going to say PEDs, but at least banned substance. They got busted for that. For me, that disqualifies them.
Mhm.
That disqualifies them. And hold on. For me, that disqualifies them. And not disqualifies, asterisk. Right? I'm not gonna put somebody with asterisk over someone that ain't got none. And then did what he did throughout his career. And it's not Khabib's fault he couldn't get fights. Same with Islam. That man, they couldn't get fights. The same thing with Usman. That man, they were begging for fights before they could even get to the top, where everybody then wanted to fight them. They could not get fights. Nobody wanted to fight them. That's not their fault. So when they eventually got whatever fight they could get, they dominated in a mad way. And till they got to the title. Yo,
And then what he did
you
though?
shaking your
Who
head
after
and
that,
nodding your head. You got something to say before we come to Sterling, because Sterling is ready for this one, yeah. But yo, you got something to say about this. Let's talk.
You haven't said anything to counter Sterling. Antoine's. He left too soon and padded resume, which I think Leroy said. Now the thing is, as much as they
resume thing is
wait, as much as they
pushing back
couldn't
on.
get fights, they had to then fight whoever they had to fight, which meant they weren't fighting who they should have been fighting at the lower levels, because they couldn't get those fights, him specifically, until he got to the top, of which he then didn't do enough. He just didn't do enough at the top. It really is that simple. So we could say he was undefeated, but he just didn't do enough at the top for us to call him a GOAT. We've got Dustin Poirier, who's closer to a GOAT because he's done so much over the course of his career that you can look at some of his losses and say, well, how many times did he go up against this sort of competition for us to say, yes, he took a loss here or not? Khabib did not spend that much time at the top. So unfortunately, you can't give him credit for what didn't happen. You can only give him credit for what did happen. And unfortunately, it's not enough. I agree 100% with Antoine.
Sterling, you got something?
I'm with them, bro. I mean, they really summed it up. I'm just gonna be repeating them, but that's 100% what it is, bro. I just wish he'd have stayed and maybe done one or two more, bro. Or maybe even thinks about coming back, bro. But he's probably not ever coming back. And it's hard to even keep him in the top 5. Yeah, bro. It's just hard, man. It's hard. And like you said, the Dustin Poirier point's a solid point. I mean, since they fought each other, Dustin's done way more since Khabib and Dustin fought. So it's hard, bro, to keep him up there for this long.
Yep. Bro, like
Yeah,
think
looks
of it
like
like
I'm on
this.
my own on this island here, man.
You are alone. But listen, this is what I'm saying. Like if you compare it to like what Biggie did, like so you got Biggie, he came out with amazing albums, but his life ended and he wasn't able to put out any more. So you can only give him credit for what he did. But if you compare him to what Jay-Z did tons more work. Not Biggie's fault, but he wasn't there. It's the same type of argument. If you're not there to do it, I can't give you credit for it.
Yeah, you know what? I still think DMX is better than all of those names you just mentioned. That's my boy, man. You know what I mean? All the way to the end. You know what I mean? Rough Rider, covered. Yeah, but
I'm with you all the way there. All that.
Yeah, but people, we've come to the end of the show. We're gonna leave you there. Thank you to every single one of you that's joined us. I'm happy that Magdane is here in the chat. Thank you very much for pulling up.
Shout
Hope
out,
everything is
Dad.
going your way.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, Magdane. Thank you very much, my bro. Everybody, make sure you're going over there to show some love to Making the Walk, Head Kick Pod, S Dogs MMA. Go follow him on Twitter. Go follow him on Instagram. And yeah, I just pulled up on your Instagram today, and I saw your workouts, some of the stuff you was doing in the gym, bro. You're crazy, man. I swear to God, you're a lunatic, bro.
We're always down to get down, bro.
Yeah, man, I love your work, man. I love your work.
Down.
100%, man. I love your work. Yeah, maybe sometime, I'm gonna pull you on a proper interview, man, where we get to talk about your walk in MMA. As the man says, making the walk. So yeah, I'm gonna
see how that name applies. So
come on, yeah. So people, thank you very much for pulling up. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Hasta la vista. We're out. Salute. Big love.
The Fight Week Show.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show.